Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time, and I really appreciate and having me here. But more importantly, I would say it was a wonderful presentation by all the interns at UDA, and a lot of them are very, very thought-provoking. And I think the key is, I think Pradeep rightly pointed out that you need to basically think about how do you take it from this level to the next one, i.e., figure out what are the number one commercial implications of this. How do you look to potentially patent it? How do you engage with potential stakeholders, whether it could be, I would say, government, whether it could be private sector, and how do you make it commercially viable? So my only point is, and this is based on the journey that we have done and we have seen analysts and interns do. They consider this as, I would say, a one-off, an internship, and they leave it off. I would actually urge that don't do that. Since you have actually spent a considerable amount of time and effort in progressing this particular idea, dive deeper. My philosophy always is pick up one spot that works for you, and it should be 1 inch wide and but 1 mile deep. So get into the depth of what you are planning to actually do. And if this is the area that is of interest to you, and the nuts and bolts, ups and downs of everything, based on that, you can actually make a blueprint in terms of how we want to utilize it from a commercial standpoint, and then reach out to potential stakeholders. But each of the ideas, whether it is from, I would say, sediment management to understanding the, I would say, the flow of the river to potentially biodiversity, how to protect that. Each one of them has completely thought-provoking. Each one of them is something which is uncharted territory. So to that extent, UDA provides you or has given you that platform, which is a combination of something which is good domain knowledge and complemented with great technology. So that's what you should actually focus more on, leverage more on, because the next, I would say, at least the next couple of decades are going to be India's, particularly in terms of innovation, in terms of going out. And you are lucky because there isn't too much, I would say, at this point of time, competition in this particular sector. So it is uncharted territory. You actually have the lead already. So I would request that all the interns actually dive deeper, capitalize on what has already been done, and then work with people. If you need, you can always raise your hand through UDA to any one of us or to any of the network that they have. But I would sincerely urge that you take it from this level to the next one. I focus on developing this further. Ensure that you may potentially have a patent if need be along with UDA, and thereafter possibly speak to VCs, speak to incubators, speak to others, essentially so that you actually get funded. A number of these projects can get funded. They are highly doable. And I think the most important thing is this kind of thing, which I think was shared in the initial part by UDA, is something which has never been done for India in the past. So to that extent, you have the head start, which you should definitely capitalize on. So with those things, I would say it's absolutely a wonderful platform that you've been associated with in terms of UDA, and you should definitely capitalize on that and move it forward.